Hi there, I'm Danny Sinclair of My Piece of Space Design House. I am your holistic interior designer for mindful professionals and small business owners. I specialize in pulling together the vision for your dream space so you can make smart choices step by step, tailored to your specific style, your unique vision, and your spend. That way, you can stop feeling like your space is missing something and feels unfinished. Together, we create a strategy. First, we create an energetic space plan that is tailored specifically for you and your space's energetic needs. This ensures balance and functionality. Then we dive into a little bit of color therapy, crafting a palette that aligns with your unique energy and space goals. And lastly, I help you to shed some light, quite literally. Lighting plays such a crucial role on our mood and our energy. And so I help you to avoid some common pitfalls to ensure that your space is vibrant and full of life. Imagine having clarity, confidence, and a plan seemingly integrated into your life. Today, I'm going to take you along on a journey or a case study of one of my previous projects. We're going to dive into the vision and the inspiration. We'll talk about some of those design elements that were incorporated and the space transformation. Let's get into it. While I'm working with my clients, I administer a questionnaire that really hones into the vibe that they want to experience within their space. And then, following the answers from that questionnaire, I craft a visualization based upon specific words or the specific vibe that they want within their space. And then, when we meet virtually or in person, I will take them along on this visualization journey to really tap into the subconscious of what it is that they and their space wants. A lot of times we might not know what we need, or a lot of times we may think we know what we need, but our subconscious always has the answer. This client chose to have a cozy, natural, and chic design plan. This is great for a family with emerging business owners and small children. So, maintaining a sense of style and also being durable, kid friendly, and flexible and functional was a really, really big part of this design. This client's home is a new build, and that's important to note because even though they did not have access to the space besides the model home that was built, um, we did have access to the floor plans. And this is important because while working through a virtual system, a lot of times with clients, I will have them send over plans and measurements and dimensions of their space. And since this was a new build, it was so easy. They could just forward it right along because it was something that was readily available to them. So that was a win for me. This design was a whole house, and I split it up into two phases in which we would work through the common areas first, and then we would focus on the bedrooms. This is important to note because when coming up with a layout for your home, you want the common areas to be cohesive. You want the whole home to be cohesive, but you really want the common areas, which are the kitchen, the living room, the foyer, the dining room spaces, all of the spaces that are shared commonly with all of the members of the household. You want those to have all of the similar vibe. And when you get to bedrooms and bathroom spaces, that's when you can really begin to play with the aesthetic and make them more personalized to each person within the home. So, our focus within phase one of their common areas was the entry, the living room, and the dining room. And we were establishing a paint palette, the room decor, and they really wanted to have a gallery wall to showcase their beautiful young kids. So while working with me, I will firstly, after going through the visualization to identify what it is that your subconscious wants, I will then put together a style guide, which includes a color palette and some images that emulate what I received the feedback from you from the visualization. And that's where we got this color palette, which was a very natural and elegant, earthy, and um, chic vibe. It also needed to be very durable and very functional for the young kids. The client really loved this palette with the greens and the ochre colors with the bold black and white and beige. So that's what we went for. When the client had the design meeting with their builder, I was there to support them through the selection process. And these are the choices that we went with. So they wanted to go with the dark gray cabinets with this origami white walls. We went a shade darker for their trim, which I love combining a slightly darker trim versus a white trim, especially when you have young kids or animals, because these areas tend to get dirty quickly. And when you have messy hands, messy feet, messy paws, um, it tends to blend in a little bit easier when the color is beige. We chose a ceramic wood plank look flooring along with quartz countertops and a funky pattern backsplash for their kitchen. I also highlighted the feng shui materials and what they meant for this family. The wood being very grounding, the metals of the black and gold, and the water. I can explain what all that means, but I will do a separate video strictly about feng shui because that's a whole thing within itself. So here is their mood board. Okay. It should have two ottomans here, so oops. I think I took one of the older versions. So they wanted to have a really fun entryway wall that was vibrant and yet classic at the same time. I want to mention that this family's ethnic descent is of Asian ethnicity. So this is why I use this classic fan pattern from the ginkgo biloba tree. I incorporated the side entry table, some cute vases, a basket for things, and two lamps to balance out the whole space. What really made this area pop is the large format framed black and white images of the children and the family. And here's a close up, a little bit of a close up of this area. So as you can see in my design plan, not only did I show the visual aesthetics of how the entryway is going to look, but I also gave a diagram so that they would know exactly where to hang their artwork, the exact measurements of where to place and hang everything so that there are no mistakes or miscommunications, misunderstandings. Now, onto their living room space. It was really important for me to find a sofa that was going to be durable, that was going to be soft, and it was going to be comfortable. And they really like the modern aesthetic. But as we know, a lot of times with modern aesthetics, they tend to lack comfort. And so I was able to find this sofa, which they just love, 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 love. And all of the furnishings within the room serves a purpose. So the coffee table doubles as an ottoman. The end tables also double as ottoman storage units. Everything in the home doubles as storage because if you may know, once you have kids, there are so many belongings that they come with. And so I really wanted to ensure that this couple had ample areas that they could put all of the clutter that comes along with having young kids. Let's move on to the kitchen. So one of the things that we absolutely, absolutely adored about the kitchen was the backsplash. And what I really loved about this client is that they were not afraid to go big and to go bold. And I really love this pattern. It's giving kind of like a crystal agate kind of vibe, and it really adds some pop, graphic art, visual art to this space. In addition to that, we brought in some really durable chairs that the kids could sit at, but then some really elegant chairs at the ends of the table for the adults, along with the artwork that highlights the ethnicity and the ethnicity and the heritage of this beautiful Asian family. I really picked specifically this one piece of art because I just thought the woman was so beautiful and she looked exactly, almost exactly like my client. And my client was like, "She's so beautiful. Thank you." I'm like, "You're so beautiful. Thank you." Because that's just how I talk to my clients. Here is an overall plan of exactly where all the elements within the space will go. chairs, ottomans. So when you get your plan, it may not look exactly like the same colors of the furniture that you're actually going to buy within your mood board, but they're going to be the same size. You know, we're constantly shifting things out, but you just definitely want to make sure that you know exactly where things are going in the room. I love to pair my clients up with crystals that are going to energetically support them and their home. And so I brought in Highlight for stress relief because when you're a business owner and when you're a parent, I know you have stress. And aquamarine to really bring in the sense of connection and community and values and love and togetherness with this family. And carnelian is for vitality and strength and grounding because we all need that to get through our days a lot of times. And I also suggest to my clients plants because plants not only uplift your space visually as adding a source of as a decor element, but they also help to purify the air and keep you clean. There's so many benefits to having plants within a home. And because this family is they were entrepreneurs. They may be too busy to have a consistent regimen for care for their plants. So I suggested only the plants that are going to be drought tolerant and low maintenance. And these are ZZ plants, parlor palms, snake plants, and calathea. I think I say that right. I don't know if I say that right. And so once I deliver the sanctuary makeover document to my clients, you will have it with a link. And here you can click the shopping link and it will show a list of all of the products where you can go and to select them and to purchase them yourself. I don't know if it's available for me to click. Oh, it is. So here we go. As you can see, all of the elements to buy are here to purchase. So it makes it really easy and simple. And if you see even here, I have a couple of different recommendations. And I spoke to them about why I made each of these recommendations. And together we came up with a informed decision. All right, I'm going to pause this for a moment and we're going to head into the second level. The second level is my favorite. Okay, here we go. It's level 2. Let's hop into it. So, we're reminded that the home needs to be cozy, natural, and chic. This is an emerging family who are entrepreneurs and have young children. So, they need a home that is functional, that is flexible, that is comfortable, casual, durable, and all the while has a really good vibe and speaks to chicness and elegance of this family. So we're going to look at the primary bedroom, the girls' bedroom, and the boys' bedroom. Here's the main color palette. I'm revisiting this again because this color palette is also going to be continued up to the second level. So here's the layout of the home that I had drawn up for them in AutoCAD. So here we have the girls' bedroom, we have the boys' bedroom, we have the primary bedroom, and their luxurious bath and spa. I don't have images or documentation of their bath. This was a selection process that we had done through the design center with the builder. But trust me when I say it came out fabulous. We went with a marble stone tile. We did a gray grout and a gray floor, and it was to die for. So here is the primary bedroom. Again, we're going with the soft and natural geographic kind of vibe of this space. They wanted a vanity desk. They wanted to have some sort of accent wall, which we did fabric upholstery panels on the walls, Roman shades to bring out the orange contrast of the bedding. So you can't really see, but on the back side, we made a storage unit behind the headboard so that they are able to store their books, their phone, their water, because this client was really minimal and did not like to see a lot of clutter on their floors or on their tabletop surfaces. are the step-by-step instructions that I provided for how to hang the fabric wall panels. Let's move on to the beautiful girl's room. So this little girl loved everything pink, unicorn, rainbows, just all the things. So we wanted to create a room for her that she could love and she could grow into. So I took a nod from the colors of our local landscapes, which is the Red Rock Mountains. And so even though the colors are pink, they're more of a muddy, muted pink. I took a nod from the local landscape of our Red Rock Mountains, and I use the paint palette. So instead of leaning into a really soft pink, I leaned into more of a earthy, muted, muddy kind of palette for this room to sort of ground it. Pink is a good color for girls, and boys too. But pink can, over time, pink moves from being comforting into being stimulating. So, in order to counterbalance this, I wanted to use tones that were more muted and grounding. Again, I detailed how to create the wall with different paint colors and an easy to do wall stencil that wasn't too complicated. There's something that I knew that my clients would be really good at performing. I think that we did add a desk. So here it does not show. We added a desk within the space. Now look at the size of this closet. I would love to have this closet. Again, here are the elevations and the diagrams of exactly how to go about creating this vibe within this room. Now let's move on to the boys' room. So this is a boy's boy. They're like complete opposite. He loves everything cars. He's ready to go. And while he loves cars and everything, I really wanted to make sure that this was a room that he could grow into and love for years to come. So I wanted it to seem more like an elevated garage. And so what I did was suggested that we use pegboard for the wall panels. So kind of as a wainscot to apply the pegboard to the walls. That way we could add some baskets for some toy storage. And overall, it would just give it a very mechanical and engineering kind of vibe, which my clients absolutely loved. Again, here's elevation of how to apply the surfaces and the paint. You can click here for the shopping list. That'll direct you right to the shopping list. It's click and buy, really simple. There's no pressure. You can actually just go and update your rooms exactly when you want to and how you want to. If you liked what you saw here, please do like and subscribe. Please follow along for my channel. I will be doing more of my case studies as they come through, more design tips, more holistic energy, and inspiration for you to follow along with. Here is where you can reach me on my website by dannisinclair.com. And if you're ready, let's hop on a call. Let's break down your personal design strategy for your space so that we can transform your space into a dream space of your own. Book a redesign call with me today, and I will see you again soon.